everyone, DJ Quacky's here, and I am joined by my trial guest co-host for the next few weeks. Call me Matt.
Hey guys, it's DJ Call Me Matt, and I'll be your awesome co-host for the next few weeks, I guess. So yeah, I'm joined today by one of our awesome community members, Musashi Corporium. So say hi.
Hello.
We also have Power of 5 ex-co-host and now permanent guest. So hello to you.
Hello.
And we have Imagine Navito 3, our staff guest for this week, one of our content members, content team leader assistant, I believe. So hello to you.
Hello, what's going on?
So let's start off with the recent updates, which was Castle Wars. So, have any of you guys been? What do you think of it?
Well, personally, I haven't been to it yet, but that's just because of my computer dying on me last week and I haven't really had a chance to check out the update. I did watch the video, so I must say it does look rather impressive. So,
yeah. We had the media team event there, which was 2 days ago, and I have to admit the tickets look really pretty, and they're gold and silver, so I quite like that update, and I like what they've done with the rewards. I think it might be nice if you could buy it's different amounts of tickets, so 50 gold tickets equals like 100 silver or something. But no, I think what they've done to the place, the graphical update is beautiful. It actually looks like really cool now.
Definitely. I remember like the day that it was released on World 83, like heaps of rune zoners just scouted on World 83. We just dominated the world with purple and orange dots, and I could say it was slightly laggy for me. I'm not sure whether it was just me, but which one of you guys attended the media event? Did Musashi or Magi, did you guys attend the event?
I was not there.
Friday.
yeah, I wasn't quite up and running by that point.
Oh, right, true.
But no, it was really fun. We had an awesome turnout. We did sort of like have one person dominating everybody else, but it was still really fun. The game hasn't changed that much, which is quite nice. They've just redone it all. They've really brought it back to life. And it's nice how because it's like when they change so many games, it just completely changes the game, and it's not the same anymore.
I mean, it's quite true. At least if they still kept it the way it is. I mean, they did put a few overhauls on the graphics, and they did update the ticket system, which was really interesting, but at least they kept it the way it was with just a few graphical updates. They didn't overall change the system how Castle Wars work, because normally the concept of Castle Wars is capture the flag, so they should keep it the way it is, and I'm just glad they did.
Me too.
Yeah, the graphics are really nice though, like, just the change was pretty dramatic. I mean, I went and played yesterday on my ult, and it was pretty interesting. It feels like it's a lot bigger, even though technically it's not. So.
Yeah,
they mentioned that in the behind-the-scenes video, how they made the walls look thicker, but they really weren't.
It gives it that feel, definitely.
Yeah, I saw that in behind the scenes. They were saying something about how it would relate to gameplay if they made the walls thicker or something, and I wasn't entirely sure on that.
It's just like a graphical thing, so it just gives you like an illusion that it's bigger, but it's really the same. Same size that it has.
So I think it's similar to the way they did the walls in the Demonheim dungeons, pretty much.
Yeah. We have a talk show topic from Dark who says the 2 new skills Jagex talked about. So, has anyone got any input on those?
I think we mentioned this one in the last RuneTalk that I was in, which was about 2 months ago. I haven't really changed anything beyond that. I know one's gather and the other is like a consumable money sink probably. But other than that, that's about all we really know. I
don't think there's much news on that, to be honest.
They hadn't even mentioned it since then, I don't think, other than they keep maybe, slightly tossing it in there and say, oh yeah, guess what, we still got 2 new skills coming.
I think most of their hints recently has been more based around sort of RuneScape 3 and the HTML5 stuff, rather than sort of hinting on the new skills.
Yeah, because they're probably going to wait till HTML5 is fully live before they release anything, I would think.
Yeah, I believe they said they weren't even gonna... Yeah. Didn't they say they weren't even going to release them until sometime towards the end of the year anyway?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
the topics about new skills have been coming on RuneTalk for quite a while, and it's just, for in my opinion, Jax hasn't really hinted us exactly on what the skills may be. I mean, they're really hiding up really well on what they have like a surprise for us. But like, what do you guys really think that the new skills may be?
I don't know.
Personally, I can't think of anything.
I think I think this has been said before, but I think it's going to be one of those really obvious things where people are going to go, "Oh, why didn't I think of that?" It's something so plain sight that no.
I know, right?
Yeah, that's the one we were talking about with Rebecca. It's probably going to be something so obvious, like woodcutting. You do that in real life.
Nursing. It's going to be nursing.
Oh my god!
Inspired by Rebecca.
But what would the other skill be? That's the thing. No, I think
Doctors.
Electricity. Electricity would be. Electricity would be a decent one, but that, like we said, that would take the game out of its time period that it's in at the moment.
I'm gonna say
And I
just
don't-
throw a Pikachu in it.
Oh god.
Maybe.
Zap zap.
But no, I think we're all really interested to see what the skills is. We know it's not sailing. That's one thing we know it's
Yeah,
not.
it is debunked that.
Yeah. But we're all really interested, but none of us have any ideas.
So
Really?
I mean, as previously said, I always thought it was going to be like archaeology, but that's already related to prayer, because we've already got killing monsters bones, so it can't be archaeology in any way.
They might expand that. That's actually a decent idea.
But
That's
maybe
what Fendel it was.
I don't think there's enough exploration with it for them to really build a skill around it, if you get what I mean.
Considering they haven't done anything to the dig site in like forever.
Yeah, I mean,
Besides the one quest.
it's like
A couple of quests.
it really intrigued me. Like, you guys know the like long bones and stuff you get from killing hill giants or big monsters.
yeah.
Always
Yeah.
wondered what the main purpose of those were. I mean,
You
I've
take
never
them
Turn
to,
them in.
It's a quest, I believe.
you take them to
Long-
Dorgish.
Yeah, Dorgish
Khan
Yeah.
thingy, and you trade them in for construction XP.
oh right.
No, and there's also that quest of the Dragonbone Man.
Yeah, there's a special kind of bone.
You need special kind of bones, which you do special kind of things to do to them to then give to the Rack and Bone Man.
I think it's like we said, this new skill is gonna be so obvious, like the whole RuneScape society is like, why did I not think of that? But I like Nathan.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
I like
some of
The
that
new
too.
skills. I know what they are. 1, rune radioing, listening to rune radio, XP per minute, and 2, soloing, attending Rune Zone events, and becoming an awesome zoner. Well, I think that, like we said, they were going to be obvious.
I'd probably be first to get Leyline, I'm just saying.
I think big close race.
It's alright. I'm just gonna wait for Bank Standard to come out and then get 200 million in there.
Oh man.
Thanks.
Do
AFK.
that.
AFK.
I'm already pro enough of that.
Oh cool.
You're AFK right now, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
Getting through it, aren't you?
Yeah. Okay. RS Claymore says top 5 worst minigames in RS. So should we do, how about we alter that and do our best minigame and our worst minigame? So, who wants
Okay.
Best in terms of what? In terms of the game or...
what you enjoy, I suppose. I mean, it's personal, it's not best minigame.
Well, I like Trouble Brewing, but it's kind of also the worst minigame to get people to play, because quite a lot of the time people can't get to it and people don't want to play it, so I like playing it, but just getting people to play it is a bit of a pain sometimes.
Yeah, that's a good game. But, has anyone else got a different best, or?
Yeah.
Well, my best.
what-
Oh, wait.
My best minigame would probably have to be mobilizing armies.
Yeah.
Reason why?
Mainly because I just like the feel of it, and it's kind of, I don't know, it feels a little immersive because you're kind of getting like an overview of a battle between a couple of the races. Yeah, basically like,
control you die for me.
Exactly.
I never really got into mobilising armies, to be honest. I always struggled with it. Again, partly for the same reason, to find people to play. Although I've always been told it's quite like Conquest, and I absolutely love Conquest, so...
Yeah, I like those kind of games. Games Room. I know loads of people just groan at me and think, oh my god, you're so sad. But I love the Games Room. It's like, I believe there was a RuneZone competition held by Azona, up to RuneLink. I actually went and I got to the semi-finals, and I was against Josh UK, and I got a bit too big-headed, and he did the most simple move on me ever, and I was like, I can't believe you let him win.
Wow.
I know, I got too big-headed, but that's a fault in us all. But I love like Rune Squares. Oh my god, I will own anybody at Rune Squares. But I'm not sure if that actually counts as a mini game or not. But either way, it's my favourite.
I've always been bad. I remember at the party of year, which was hosted by RuneZone a couple of months back, or was it a month back or so? I remember when we spent like an hour or two inside the games room. I lost every single game against Nick the Fox. I mean, it's just embarrassing.
Nick's good.
He is amazing. I played about 50 games. I haven't won a single one. Even with this, even like in relation to you and Josh, even the slightest move, I would just mess up. And I was like, how did you do that?
No, I think it's all about paying attention. And once you've got, I have a tactics for Rune Squares, but none of the others. Rune Verse I can't do. But apart from that, sorry, I was just looking at the link Nathan posted. Apart from that, Rune Squares I have a tactic, but the others I just make sure that I'm paying attention. And that's why I lose most of the time. I either get to, oh, I can do this easily, or I just don't pay attention. Like, the Keep Your to DJ Affair, we went to the games from 2 AM, and we didn't leave till 5 AM, and I kept losing, because I was tired. But, yeah. So, has anyone got a worse minigame, or are they all pretty decent?
Hey, I never got to do my best one.
Oh, okay. Sorry, Ben.
You noob.
Sorry.
I don't know if I would technically call it the best, but it's my personal most played minigame. It's probably still in creation, just because, I don't know, when it came out I was pretty much addicted to it. I wanted the set because it looked cool, even though it doesn't look quite as good as it did when it first came out, but, you know.
I know what you mean. Right, so what about worst minigames, or are they all the same? I mean, I don't think there's a worst for me.
My worst would probably have to be Trouble Brewing. I mean, I like that whole minigame, but it's pretty much like John was talking about earlier. It's just, it's pretty much dead content. I mean, you go to the theme, I don't even know if they have a theme world for it anymore. It used to be, 103 or 104 or something like that, and it just, there was no one there. Even during peak hours of the day, there was just no one there.
Yeah, I used to,
and I think
I've got all these clothes.
I think they mentioned too that they are looking into revamping that and other minigames in the future besides Castle Wars. Castle Wars and Duel Arena was some of the first couple of revamps for this year for minigames that they're thinking about.
Yeah.
For me, I absolutely loved doing Soul Wars back in the day pre-OC because I would get massive amounts of XP just ripping up all those little pures who would just take 2 hits to kill. And it was just absolutely funny because I would get unbelievable amounts of XP within a short time period, but then I could fit in 2 games, including the 0 points. I would get, I think that's where I got my 99 strength from. And yeah, along the lines of talking about Soul Wars, there's a talk show topic by Time Up says, do you think they'll update Soul Wars? So, do you think they'll update Soul Wars in any way, like same way they did to Castle Wars?
I'd like to think they would. Sorry, I'm just busy laughing at that picture from Nathan in the chat box.
Nathan's just trying to... Nathan's trip us all up today.
Yeah, he's trying to put us all. But no, I think Trouble Brewing is one of those mini games that it's a bit like mobilising armies in that it's a bit out of the way, so it doesn't always get the same sort of focus, whereas Castle Wars is quite popular. So I think.
And you have to do it.
Well, it was quite it was quite a popular one. So I think they kind of couldn't put it back. Whereas things like Trouble Brewing, which I think needs the update a bit more maybe than Castle Wars did, they were more ignored because they're not played as much. And I think if they did update them, they might find that other people start playing them more. So
yeah.
I'd like them to. And I think they probably do have their eyes on it.
They probably had the sense where Castle Wars was starting to die out, so they probably had to do something in order for such a high-achieving minigame. They probably had to revive it. The fact that also doing Castle Wars was a requirement for the completionist cape. I'm not sure if it is, but they really needed something.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. They really needed something for like people to enjoy the fact that they were ripping up many of the hours of their lives just to get a simple cape, and
I think
they
it was
probably had
actually,
no problem.
what is it actually 3 months? 3 months or so of in-game time, actual in-game time, just to get all 5,000 games?
I know, that's just
Oh, wow.
It was, yeah, really impressive. They changed it now to where you just have to talk to the guy with full profound armor, but that's not quite as bad, but still, it's still quite time-consuming.
Yeah.
Wow. So, do you guys think Soul Wars? I quite want Soul Wars to make. You need a lot of people to get in a game of Soul Wars, don't you?
It's like 50 each, I think.
Yeah, that's like, because we were thinking maybe Soul Wars. I was thinking I could do a Soul Wars event. Then when I found that out, it's kind of like I don't think. Even with the amazing soldiers we have, something tells me it'll be a bit hard to push the 100 people.
Yeah.
I mean, we have a lot of people, but I don't want to risk it, and, you know.
We should probably have like a second part of the year just for that.
Well, I believe we do have several things like that coming up, as mentioned by... I think Nathan mentioned we have several things like that coming up when he was on RuneTalk, which was way back in February, so looking excited to see them. But if we move on to Lynx's topic, which is the Summit gloves. Is that? Am I saying it right, Matt?
Oh, the gloves
yeah, you
from
are.
the Squeal of Fortune where you get the money.
Yep. Those ones.
Pros/cons. What do you guys think of them? Should they have been involved or not, and why?
As far as I understand it, they're gloves that give you money while doing certain skills or something. I'm not 100% certain. I think that's what they do.
Yeah, that's definitely what they do. So pretty much was, if a person was to pretty much fletch boys or something in their bank as to probably prevent them from bank stunning or XP wasting, they could just do anything in their bank that relates to skilling, and they would get XP for, not XP, coins for it. Well, and XP.
That's not bad. It encourages you to skill.
Yeah. Best.
Yeah, I've got the gloves. They're currently sitting in my bank where they've been since the night that I won them.
To be honest, I think you can get reasonable amounts of GP from them. I think we're talking a couple...
About 5 mil
mils.
max, I think.
A few millions, but that's also kind of...
wow.
Because think of... It could be some sort of way where people may just abuse the fact of the gloves themselves, and they may just buy like 100 and something, who knows how much money they would spend to buy spins. Like they would buy spins and hopelessly get so many of these gloves, and who knows how much money they could make from just these gloves alone. So that's kind of a con to it, because one person may have like up to 20 gloves in their bank, and who knows how much money they can make from that.
Well, they only have a specific amount of time because the charges on the gloves actually run out on
Is it
May
per XP?
something. I think it's per your total level, depends on how much money you get, and I think I can't remember what the intervals are between
So if you
each
train
charge.
if you train a lower level,
I don't know.
then you get less. Just like, well then, because I could go train woodcutting, which is 99, I have like 25 mil XP, and get way more money than I would if I train like dungeoneering or...
No, I got told that I got told that it was based on your lower level. Sorry, I'm just watching a GIF that someone a JPEG in even.
Yeah, we've got so many things trying to put us on. Nathan's sort of like seems to be just listening and thinking, right, how can I put them off? But let us go on to, I think that's Josh. I'm just going to call you Josh, who's unregistered. So why don't you go ahead and register? I'm putting a link in the chat box now. For any other unregistered user as well, who says day and night system with astronomy. And a related skill that actually could work. Would you like?
No, we've already got astronomy essentially in the form of
the shooting
trails.
stars.
No, treasure trails as well. You get maps, go visit the observatory,
Yeah,
this, that, and the other. There's also the observatory already in game.
And it would be kind of a buzzkill if they were to like just cut off treasure trails and what's it called, shooting star, just to make a new skill. I mean, as some people, they totally rely their money for what they do on that, and they would probably have to just remove that in order to make a new skill.
I don't know, I think it probably wouldn't happen. It's a nice idea, but I just don't think it would happen.
An interesting point, but it's kind of hard to bring it up.
What would be the purpose of it, too?
That's the point. What would you kind of
And
get
of
out of
course,
it?
you know,
Discover life.
future expansion.
Future life.
Future.
You could turn it into sort of like a ports type thing and end up with like spaceships, and you send the spaceships out into space and then come back with resources and stuff.
Play your own ports.
Yeah, that's a lot to
Play your own spaceships.
Oh god, now we're really trying to get RuneScape into the modern day.
Ooh, I'm about to say, daggone, we just skipped the 6th age and just went to like the 10th or something.
Might as well.
Skipping ahead a little bit.
Good game. Good game.
We could all sort of fall through a time portal type thing, you know, like the one Guthix came through, except this one's about time, and we could end up in the 10th age with spaceships and stuff. That's plausible.
That where you have like the past and the present, and then there's like a future or something.
Isn't that making history happen?
Yeah, I think so. So it is technically possible.
There we go. It's been proved. It's possible. They're gonna do it. We're gonna end.
Oh, because I said it's possible, they're gonna do it. Yeah.
We're gonna end up in the 12th age.
Why 12? why not 13 or 11?
I like that number 12. 12 sounds
24.
Okay. So Nix says, are there usually unusual D&Ds or minigames you know that aren't typically talked about in RS? Such as, his example is a Phoenix Slayer. Games Room.
Oh.
Games Room's not a D&D, but I think he's right. Phoenix Slayer is a D&D. I think another one like Phoenix Slayer is Impetuous Impulses. That's is that a minigame or a D&D?
I consider it as a D&D.
It was originally a D&D, I think. I don't know whether it still is, but I know originally
it still is, because you know the hay, what's it called? Hay.
Yeah. It's a D&D because of those hayfield type things.
Yeah, the spacey things.
I can't think what they're called right now.
Yeah, I've got you from the hay sale.
Yeah.
Whatever's.
You're supposed to get some sort of bonus for going through them rather than going through the one in
Yeah. So nice.
That's the word. I've mind blank there. I don't know what. Yeah, the idea is that you go through those, and that's an odd D&D in my opinion. It doesn't sort of conform to the similar ones if you think of sort of like shooting stars or evil trees, familiarization. Fish flingers.
Yeah.
I like fish flingers. Just trying to think of any other D&D.
Interesting. I think that's about the only one, because actually I think our content team discussed that when we were looking at it. It's like, is that technically classed as a D&D or what?
Well, I suppose effigies are a bit of a weird one.
Yeah, they're strange, because they're kind of... There's not really much of a limit, well, besides the 5 limit that you can get, but...
Yeah. Tears of Guthix, Shattered Heart... All D&Ds are sort of weird. Court cases are a bit weird. Champions Challenge is a bit weird. But then we've kind of gone through them all by now, you know. So we've said about half of them are a bit weird. So maybe there just is no norm for D&Ds.
That's why they call them D&D.
Exactly, because it's distraction version. You're meant to be.
Where else can I put them? Yeah. I'm gonna go quickly to Unit, who's unregistered, so if you could register for us, that'd be awesome. He goes, what if the new skill is only accessible from an area found from player imports. I don't think they do that. I'm just going to say straight away, I don't think they do that. And should we possibly move on to the... I'm going to possibly skip the new updates because we're getting a lot of topics from people, and if we have time, come back to it. And go to guest topics. So, should we do... I can never say his name. We were saying before we came on air, what do I call him? So I'm going to call him Corian. 07 content poll. Because we haven't had much 07 talk. So, what was it about? Sorry.
The content poll on 07 right now is being reintroduced. And I don't know how to feel about it. And I feel like it needs to be talked about by the community, because I think it is important. Or at least I feel that it's important. I feel like it could benefit, but it could also cause some drawbacks in EOC as well. For instance, I think it would benefit the 07 community because, they are nice cosmetic items for the most part. It's something new. And a lot of people do like it, and a lot of people have quit playing EOC to play 07 instead, and they want to have those same kind of vanity items that they can set a goal to achieve, rather than just let's go kill this boss monster to get this. Let's have this item that you can only get from other players. And I think that it would be very interesting to see.
I think looking at the latest poll, which is about bringing in rare items like party hats, that sort of thing, I think if they did bring that in, how would they bring it in is really the major question as to whether they should bring it in. Because if they're going to give it to specific people and limit how many people get it, then how are they going to do that, and is that going to be a fair way of doing it? Probably not. Are they going to just give it to everyone? In which case, EOC rare, they're going to crash and things like that because people will just go into 07 and get them all free. Or are they, I can't really see how they can do it without someone losing out, if that makes sense.
Well, from way back when they first introduced a lot of the tradable rares, they just spawned all over the game world. You could even kill some monsters and maybe get it from a drop, or it would just appear at certain intervals that they had chosen themselves. If they did it that way again, I thought it would be a problem because that's how they did it originally. So
what you're trying to say is how they would achieve to get that specific item?
Well, no, how would they introduce the items like Power 5 was talking about? I think that if they do it, they would have to do it the same way that they did it before. With the non-tradables, you had to do the holiday event.
Should I? Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
What was really funny, I saw a couple of videos on YouTube, right? In 07 on April 1st. They were pretty much giving rares out pretty much on 07scape, but they were all on the floor, and I was watching videos on how Jagex totally trolled the community on they would place a party hat on the floor and people would attempt to pick it up, and then they would just fly away to a different location. And I found that absolutely funny because it brings the concept of people thinking, I'm going to be uber rich now. I'm just going to pick this up and I'm going to try to sell it for bank. And then they realise they can't do that. And in some sort of way it could teach them a lesson that sometimes you don't need these items or something like that. But what do you think of the concept of Jagex trolling their
I thought it was hilarious.
It was absolutely funny, wasn't it?
I thought it was very funny.
Yeah.
It was very clever.
And they didn't really pull off on April 1st. I'm not sure if they did, but did they actually pull off an April 1st?
They're musical.
Cooks.
Yeah, the musical video.
I think our April Fool's joke was quite funny.
I don't see why they're not doing it.
I was sort of I was sitting there thinking, why have they done this? Why is this a joke? And then I was talking to John at the time, and I'm like, oh yeah, it's April Fool's Day, and he just goes, oh my god. But I knew it was a joke, but I was just thinking, why are they doing this? Why is it a joke? And then, April Fool's Day, obviously.
I got my credit card out all ready to buy a ticket, you know. I was thinking, I'm well down for this, you know. Come on, why can't I get a ticket, you know?
Speaking along the lines of April Fool's, who else enjoyed the Rune Zone April Fool's joke? If you guys knew what it was. It was hilarious.
Yeah, we I think Nathan had sort of, he'd made this fake staff forum, and we'd posted loads of stuff that I'd posted. We should have animal ranks.
Yeah.
And you could tell by the way he answered, no way is this ever going to happen, can you tell I'm seriously impressed with this idea?
Yeah.
and it's sort of because I said we could have a primate rank for ancient, because then we could leave for another rank if we want to introduce another one. I loved it, and
that was funny.
Everybody was freaking out because we suggested like limiting posting in the chat box, and it's like they wouldn't do that, would they?
Or in the chat box entirely. Oh my gosh, everyone was raging.
And then it's like some people were like, no, this is an April Fool's joke, you can't fool us. It's an April Fool's joke, isn't it? You're not actually going to do this. Yeah.
That's great.
If we move on to Dutch Pro's topic of what is your most memorable moment playing RuneScape?
Oh, wow. Do I have to pick one, really?
How long have you guys been playing for? Let's start with this one. How long have you guys been playing for?
12 years.
Yeah, he's a lot longer than me. I'm since 2004, just before RuneScape 2 was released, so ever how long that is. I'm about 9 years now, almost 10. Getting close to 10. Next year will be 10.
That's 7. And what about you, John? How long have you been playing?
Ooh.
He's calculating it.
6, 7, something like that.
I'm a bit of a newbie then, because I got my vet tape in February.
Oh my.
But I joined when I was like 10. So, you know, it's sort of been going up with it almost. But no, most memorable. So that sort of gives you an idea of the years you have to choose from. So I've technically got the easiest job. But no, what about, does anyone else want to start with their most memorable?
Oh man, my most memorable was probably my first 99. Like, a lot of people probably. It was like, that's awesome, you know, finally.
Yeah.
I remember those days. Oh, I spent endless nights fletching you longbows. Oh.
What was your first 99, Korean?
Yeah,
I actually had a duo. It was mining and smithing.
Oh, wow.
Oh, nice. Very nice combination for first.
Combination.
Oh, wow. I wouldn't be able to get it even now.
Oh.
It took a while.
Yeah.
was not in RuneScape 2.
Maggie, what was your first 99?
I'm fletching as well.
Oh, high five.
I know, right?
Thing.
Well, a friend of mine in a clan challenged me to a little bit of an experience race, and he was like way ahead of me, and so I was like, okay, let's do it. And that's why we got fletching first, pretty much. But yeah, after that point,
Did you beat him?
I was just like, no, he was like, when I say he had an advantage, I mean he was like halfway to 99. I was like 78. And I've got it one day after he did, so I kind of know like it.
Loud. No, Matt, have you got a most memorable?
Yeah, and pretty much it's along the lines of that. I mean, back in the day when everyone in primary school, or middle school I should say, when everybody in class played RuneScape,
Yeah.
I was the noobiest of noob you could imagine. I mean, I sold my Rune Scimitar for 10k to my friend when they were worth like 43k back in the day, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's 10k, and it took me like 2 weeks to make like 5k, and I was like, what? And that was epic moments. I mean, I just love that moment when everyone played, and then that's when it came along the point where I got my first 99, and I was the first person in my class to get a 99, and I felt epic. I was like, oh yeah, look at my shiny green cape. I'm so bad, guys. Look at me, I got a 99, you guys don't.
What about you, John?
My most memorable moment? Well, back when I first started playing, my computer died, so I kind of stopped playing for about a year. and they came back, and obviously everything was completely different, as is the way with RuneScape, always evolving. And I have this moment of just at the coal trucks. I met a guy, and we just started talking. I still talk to him, and from that I ended up joining his clan, and just sort of moments like that where you meet someone, and then from that you end up just sort of spending a lot of time talking to them, joining their clan, all that sort of thing. And
in other words, Rune Zone.
Oh yes. in other words, things like Rune Zone. You know, you come into it and you just spend a lot of time here, and you enjoy it, and yeah, for me, yeah, community and just sort of enjoyment with people. That's where it all starts, and I think that's really what RuneScape is about.
I mean, all of us have our own very personal memory that we all love and enjoy. That brought us pretty much to get us still playing RuneScape, I guess.
Yeah,
Oh, yes.
I guess since someone else already took the first 99 memorable moment, I could probably throw in maxing, finally, after that being my goal for like 6 years. Finally maxing.
Yeah.
And then 2 weeks later, Jagged is like troll. Dungeoneering is released. Here you go. I was like, I hate you all so much. And then I had to max that and get the max cape for the first time. That was annoying, but
yeah.
Okay, it's me left, and now you guys have brought loads of memories back to the surface. Like, I remember sitting in my year 5 classroom being told about this game RuneScape, and I went home and for like 2 weeks I was sort of like hiding it from my mum, and then she's just like, no, it's cool, and she went on it to see if it was okay, and hasn't left the game since. But and I remember sort of, you know, you get girls that are on the phone throughout. I was on the phone playing RuneScape with a few boys from my class. And memories like that. But I think my favourite must be Nick the Fox on RuneZone. He introduced me to RuneZone and everything. Meeting him. And there was a bunch of others, like XJessieX is an old friend. XJessieX, Nick the Fox, and a few other people who aren't on RuneZone. One of them is, but she doesn't come on very often. And it's sort of, we have that group of friends, and I remember meeting them for the first time. And we were literally all met at the same time, and none of us knew each other. And it's sort of like, most of us have stuck together ever since, and we still talk on Skype, and it's lovely. And it's like for XJessieX, she'd been requesting for ages. I got into a call to ask her something because she was an ambassador, and I realised, oh my god, it's Jessie from 5 years ago.
Yeah, that was
like,
so
oh my
sweet
god.
to hear. You told me that one day, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's adorable.
John was in the call, and apparently we went all girly like. But
yeah, really, you should never leave 2 girls alone, because you'll come back 2 hours later and they'll still be chatting.
It was really sweet though, because it's like, RuneScape's a community game for me. I don't go for the games and go for the content. I like the people, and that's why I like RuneZone so much, almost. So no, that would be probably my best memory. So.
I also got one thing, which is a request to invite Tommy up. It says, why are people nowadays mean, but back then people were nice on RuneScape? But through it, totally depends on who you're mixing with, I guess.
Definitely.
Oh yeah, you find a good clan, you can find some good people. If you find a good fan site, like you've got here at RuneZone, you can find good people. And I suppose if you can find the right people, then that's what make games, you know. I mean, as much as they can add content in, as much as they can do this, that and the other, that's why I think RuneScape is as successful as it has been, because it has offered a lot of support to things like clans, you know. When they brought in things like D&Ds, the amount of friends chats and things that spawned up because of that, you know, I think the way they've supported those things, and fan sites as well, the way they continue to support fan sites, it's just, it shows their commitment to pushing forward the community.
No, yeah, I think the way it's like I said, Nick introduced me to RuneZone, and I was on the verge. I hardly went on it once a day when I joined RuneZone, and I've got back into the game, and I've become so busy in real life. I mean, I don't know where I got a life from, but I seem to have found one. Like with school and everything, like volunteer work and all that kind of stuff, and it's like I'll sit down and write everything out I do, and I think, I have a whoa, something's gone wrong. I know. Wait,
where do you download that from?
I think you get it from the App Store.
Like achievement.
Is that a skill?
But no,
skill real life.
Oh my. I always say that.
But no, and it's like, RuneZone's almost kept me to RuneScape, it's kept me with the people. And no, I love it, and love RuneZone, and it's the people.
Yeah.
Like John said, it's the people. It's not the game, as awesome as the game is.
It's totally like related to real life. It's totally dependent on who you play with, who you mix with, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Definitely.
You do get your groups.
Cool.
So, you know, I think it's mainly America where they'll have this stereotype, so you've got the geeks, the nerds, the emos, and I don't really know, because I just stick my nose in a book, so I guess I'd be a nerd.
Penguin
Nerd.
Exactly, it's like, I have the glasses now and everything. But no, and you do have groups, but it's more accepting almost, and there was a forum topic a few days ago about RuneScape in real life, sort of what's happened. And no, I think I am not afraid to admit that I play RuneScape because it's RuneScape. I'm afraid to admit it because it's teenagers.
Yeah.
If that
We
makes
all have that feeling. Yeah, we all have that feeling where, like, I guess I could say the same. We have that phobia of, like, they might say, oh, you play RuneScape. But then, it's just, I guess I could say it's all it's our choice on what we do in life. I mean, some people, they do treacherous stuff, which I won't mention, but it's like, I could say the same thing. It's like, oh, you do that? And it's just like,
oh yeah, sure, totally.
Yeah.
I do that all the time.
yeah, exactly.
No, I am happy with who I am, and I'm happy
Exactly.
being on RuneZone with the people. I am not afraid to admit I have found much nicer people in RuneZone than I ever will in
And literally, I could say the same.
Yeah. And I think that's what it comes down to. We enjoy it, almost.
Yeah.
You know, find what you want, and just be happy. I don't know where we got here from. I don't know where we got
come
here
up
from.
to real life.
Damn. It's like, we've gone all philosophical and deep. But no, I think we are going to round this off, so, no more. I'm just going to read a shout out from Tony Up who says, I love you guys in RuneZone, you make this place safe. Well, I will admit the senior leadership team and all the staff team do an amazing job.
Absolutely.
And I think it's the people that make it what it is. It is the people. It's you guys. We've got, you know, ambassadors, donators, just normal members. They're all lovely. So I'm glad you're enjoying the time. I'm unfortunately going to decline all the remaining topics, and we're going to go off air for a song. And we'll be back on air shortly for a chance for you to win some GP. So stay tuned. Okay, hello, we are back. And we are going to do the quiz questions. So let's start with Power 5 as planned.
Wait, what? No. Okay, yeah. One sec.
I got this, guys.
I've got this. Okay. So the clue is Illustrial is not there.
You can say this in the chat box, guys. So first one to say it in the chat box will get the correct answer. Just casually realising. So the clue is Illustrial's not there.
People might not get this.
It's a small joke.
We got a winner.
Do we?
Hell no, man.
Yes, we do. Yeah.
It's a small joke from a few RuneTalks back. I believe it's on YouTube if you want to go check that out. But basically,
youtube.com/officialRZ.
I'll just quickly.
And while you're there, don't forget to subscribe.
Indeed. I'll press the link in the chat box shortly. But basically, Illustrial was. No, Illustrial's always in KF, Big Nathan. Illustrial was hiding in Edgeville, and we were doing quizzes, and he needed to go. So his quiz was Illustrial is not in Edgeville. So congratulations to Helen Owen, that's 100k to you. And shall we go with Brandon for our second round?
Probably going to be a little bit more difficult than that. Let's see. I guess the first little clue is we don't want to stay there for too long.
But no, I wouldn't want to stay at Brandy's house too long, to be honest.
Yeah, that one's kind of an ambiguous place.
Here's He's in America, so I don't know that the tea there is very good. So I don't know that I'd want a cup of tea. Do you do good tea, Brandon, or no?
I guess.
Oh,
Although close, we're getting
Warmer.
Do you want to take the
Yeah.
second clue, or
Should I do the second one?
go on then?
Alright. Well, the second one is these people look a bit weird.
bit weird name.
Taking that personally, Brandon.
Well, you
Well,
do look weird. What can I say?
Truth to it.
I'm offended. No, I'm just kidding.
Are we gonna take that answer?
I would. It's close.
Yeah.
It's the whole general area, pretty much.
Volcania. So congratulations to Eggblow. Texas.
This is gonna the last
Texas.
question was gonna narrow it down better.
Not Texas, it's RuneScape location. So, Korea, would you like to say your 2 clues?
Sure.
Quite hard.
That man still looks like a vampire.
He said where he wanted his location to be, and we sat there for like 2 minutes thinking.
But I think, to be honest, to start off with, none of us knew where it was. To be honest, if I'm being completely blunt with you.
I didn't know this.
Yes,
This
Yeah.
You know.
was good at escape locations, but this is just what.
So, do you want to say your second clue? Because
At least I don't need to go over the White Wolf Mountain anymore.
that's slightly misleading. It's about something that happens at this place.
A quest, isn't it?
It is.
Yep.
So, let's see who gets it. Oh, Burrow Tiger's quite close, but no cigar. No cigar, I believe, is one of the... Liam!
Not
Is Liam... I don't think Liam's actually got it.
No. No, he's not.
No, okay.
Look at it.
Okay, can anyone think of any other clues? I only came up with 2 clues.
I got a clue. I got an
Oh.
awesome clue.
What do you think, Donna?
It sounds a lot like an animal, which is similar to a guinea pig. Well, not really. It's a lot smaller.
How did you guess that's not gonna work?
That's
Well, it is kind of.
Somebody says Dwarven Tunnel.
No, it's how you get there to the Dwarven Tunnel quest. Remember the quest?
It's the location of a quest where you
Hamster Tunnel.
fish the stuff.
Hamster tunnel.
Oh my god, they're getting so close to it.
I know, right?
Close, guys.
I think they know where it is, they just don't know what it's called.
I think so too.
I didn't know what it was called before this quiz anyway,
To be
so.
honest, neither did I.
So do I win.
Yeah, you win.
Do we need a location guide on this, by the way?
Do you have one?
I'm
I
sure
know
you
the
don't
lore
know.
of the area. Come on.
I'm sure you
Nobody
can write
else
one up
knows
for us,
stuff.
Brandon.
So bad.
No, we don't.
Okay, check the world map. Okay, shall we do it this way? Does anyone know what the quest is called?
I don't know.
I know. I think I know what it's called.
I think I do, because I did it on 07.
I know what the quest is called.
Hamster. Oh my god. I think your clue just confused the map.
What? It's so close though. It sounds a lot like hamster. I have to admit that.
Okay, guys, I've got a really big clue here that you might figure it out from. It's not called Hamlet.
Fishing quest is the the quest even.
Yeah.
So, do you guys... Hamster! There we go. Eggblow got
Oh, Eggbrow got it.
Yep. And then
Okay. After that one, Matt, would you like to do yours? Maybe yours will be a little bit easier.
Okay, so I can't even say the title of the city, but so this is it's kind of hot in here. Yeah. Wink.
Oh my
It's
god.
getting hot in here. Sorry, that came from my mind randomly.
No, let's not. Let's not do that.
But it is getting hot in here. It's actually getting warmer in the UK.
It is actually. It was sunny today.
I know, we saw the sun.
Actually, somebody got it, yeah.
Good job, Luke. Borrowed Tiger's got it.
Now the question, does anybody know how to pronounce that thing?
Polynivnik. Polynivnik. I'm gonna stand by that, and I don't care what anyone says, it's Polynivnik.
Oh my days. Okay then. Right, so let's do my one. Let's see. It's hunter and woodcutting. Who could want more?
Me.
So, hunter and woodcutting, who could want more? Just see if anybody's gonna guess from that one. I don't see anything. Okay, so hunter and woodcutting, who could want more? And weird pointy-eared people.
Oh, that just gave away.
That pretty much gave away. I think.
Well, yeah, but it's like...
Sort of.
Who's gonna win it? Who's gonna win it? Who's gonna win it?
If it doesn't, the next one definitely will, because yeah. Ooh,
there you go.
Sorry, Tiger. No, Liam.
Liam.
It's my favorite area.
Yeah, he actually said that
It's
first.
my favourite area too. It's so pretty, and it's like my last clue was going to be when will the questline continue, because I believe in the first live stream what Mark said it was on the list, but it was on the bottom of the list.
Yes.
So,
Everybody wants the Crystal City.
It's so pretty. I can't wait. I haven't done Morning Fend yet, but still.
Morning.
To be honest, it's been on the list for a while,
Yeah.
but it's just not.
I can't wait till they update it. I just can't wait to go on it. It's like so exciting.
So, if you guys would like to meet me in Edgeville on World 24.
Trap.
Am I in? Yeah, I'm in English. I had to go into German for a second. But yeah, World 24, Edgeville, and I will give you your GP prizes. I believe Edgeville won twice, Burrow Tiger won once, Liam won once, and
Oh man, was the first one.
Oh yeah, Hell No Man won once. So if you guys want to meet me, World 24, Edgeville. Eggbell, you can get your money later. You always win anyway, so. I believe DJ Nathan, will be on air soon. So, thank you to Power5, Madronavito 3, and, Machine Korean, and obviously, Call Matt, who's going to be with us for 2 more weeks. Woo! So, we will see you next week. We do this every Sunday, 7 PM GMT. Check out the thread, which I will post in the chat very shortly. And thank you for tuning in. I've been DJ Quackies, and this has been RuneTalk.
Bye guys.
Bye.